Man, I don't even know what to do. Fine. I'll just hold it. I don't even know what my intro is anymore. Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Wait. Hey everyone, Android here. What is up, Scrub fam? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super card game video, but in person, because this is different. Obviously, I'm not behind a camera, or I'm not behind a mic without a camera and stuff like that, so I'm going to be holding this because I really don't have a stand for anything, so it's going to be kind of awkward. You might be asking, why am I even doing this? Why now, basically? Well, one, I wanted to do this update video a little bit different. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and one of those things is just to go on camera. And if you're tuning into my channel, or at least seeing this from the channel itself, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. Originally, I was a Dokkan YouTuber or Dokkan channel based on all the content that I was making, and I was focusing on that. A little bit of Legends, a little bit of Xenoverse as well. I still love the games. I just don't think me making content on those is going to be as valuable and as well as good like I have been doing, or at least, you know, I wouldn't enjoy it. Let's just put it that way compared to DBS. And because of that, I thought, you know, looking at Alpharad, looking at D-Free, and, you know, a number of other YouTubers who just weren't on video and how successful they were, that's kind of the reason why I've never done it. If they can be successful, then I can be successful as well. And that was my whole thing. And I think so far I've been doing pretty good. Some people say that I've been, or I am like a bigger channel or a big YouTube channel. I'm like, I'm really not. In the huge scope of YouTube and the realm of YouTube, like, I am a very small channel. But that doesn't mean everybody who's on it, who's been supporting me and watching my videos and shouting me out and just going up to me in events and stuff like that, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate that. And that's another reason why I wanted to do that, so I can personally thank and just say thank you. You know, just realize that every single time that someone clicks on the video and that there's a view there that pops up, or a like there that pops up, or a subscription that comes out of it, I really want to say thank you. And for this last year, you know, I've doubled almost pretty much doubled in subscribers. I started off with just under 2,000, around 2,000, and now I'm ending the year about 4,000, or just over 4,100. And that's really crazy to me. Like, I honestly think a double in subscriptions in such a small game and such a small niche is crazy. And again, I really do appreciate everything that's come out of it, that everybody has been thanking me and just commenting. It's just great. And I already know that somebody's gonna say, like, it's already weird looking at the video and putting the voice to the name. Trust me, it is weird for you as it is for me. But don't worry, because now I kind of want to get through this video pretty quick. I'm not gonna. Hopefully, you won't talk too much. I always make a mistake of saying that, but oh well. So basically, I had a number of goals for the last year, and I think I've done quite well with most of them. My goals for the last year included staying fun, which I think I did. I think everything that I've done, I've had, you know, having fun or enjoying the game, or you know, just having fun with it. In the back of my head, I really do want to make sure that if I do anything right, it's just to have fun and to smile and to laugh, you know, not to take the game too seriously. And when I do take the game seriously, I do have the information behind it, and I do have people supporting behind it. Either it's a player better than me, or insight within a deck, or whatever it may be. I did say higher editing standards. I don't think anything I've done has drastically changed as far as how I've like edited and things like that. But I have added a number of things for, like, my camera, like the microphone I use within events, the stuff that I do within the intro and outro, like added editing, you know, things like that. Like, I've added multiple things over time, and I think I'm going to develop a standard where I set the standard, or I want to set the standard for everybody else within the DBS community as far as content creators. And if I haven't done that already, that's my intention in the future, or at least 2020. So I said possible merch or possible merchandise. If you go to stagezero.net right now, there should be a store open, or at least available for people to purchase the things that I keep getting as far as comment, like, like once every 5 videos, or every time I show a playmat or my playmat. So all this stuff within that website should act as a shop, or all this stuff should be available to buy for the playmat. So I do have the Android 18 one. I should have the Goku Black one up there, the Manga Villains one. I might have a Gohan one up there. I do have another design coming up as far as that goes as well. And then that also opens out to stickers and patches and things like that in the future, and that's definitely going to be the intention for that website. But also, as I will get into a little bit later, I will have like articles and as well as blog posts posted on that related to DBS, and as well as things that I don't want to do within the video or whatever it may be. But for now, you can buy the playmats if you'd like. They're all pretty much the ones that I made. I don't really mind, my Android 18 mat just being shared with everybody else, obviously. Like in the future, I probably will have a brand new 18 mat for myself, where I design for myself and it has like my name. So that way, if I sell another version, it won't have my name on it. So it'll just be exclusive to me. And then the prices on the website right now are kind of temporary until I kind of gauge how popular it will be in the future. Right now, all orders will be processed individually. So in the future, hopefully I'll have like better pricing if that's the case, as far as like the feedback, that sort of thing. I did say I wanted to do more tournaments. Last year we did a total of about 10 untapped tournaments within the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord and try to do one of the tournaments, they're a blast, honestly. And the meta that comes out of it is pretty similar to the format that we usually have. Or if it's themed, like we did a females only tournament, for example, is pretty interesting to take a look at as well, because there are, I won't say a vast amount of options, but the options that people came up with are pretty damn good when the format sort of changes and gets restricted. In the future, because just like how I did before, I most likely will have a calendar or like a plan as far as like the future tournaments. I do want to do some for the expansions upcoming right now, some for set 9, and then maybe even like a bigger tournament that we can do and ship out all the other stuff. It's just a little bit hard when it comes down to the shipping and doing things individually. That's why sometimes it's only single elimination for a single box. If you times like 5 packs per person and split it up, and then times that by shipping and all the other stuff, I either have to charge for it or I have to eat it as a cost. And it doesn't, like, all the entry fees are all for the pricing. Like, it's not, I don't ever really get any money out of it. So it's really, so people who don't have locals or can't go to tournaments or events or whatever have something to actually play or compete in, and either get that practice beforehand, before an event, or just have some fun. And all the format, and as well as the way that we do the tournaments, have been pretty good. All the people have been pretty good. I only have a couple of issues here and there, and it wasn't a big deal to sort it out. So I'm very happy for that. In the future, again, I want to do more. But for in-person tournaments, for like organized events, I'm glad you asked, because no one really asked, but I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad I brought it up. On the 11th upcoming up, like 2 weeks from now, almost 2 weeks from now, on the 11th, I am going to be hosting a tournament here at a local shop at We Play West. One of the best stores, if not the best store in the country. I will stand by that, because our locals and our community is amazing. And I'm going to be streaming it. I am going to be basically hosting it with them. I'll be helping out as much as possible. And I'm trying to drive as much as the competitive scene for that, and as well as future events. So if this goes well and we have a good turnout, in the future, I'll probably be hosting other events with better pricing or different pricing. The one that just came in Upland, LA. I don't have Dalen money, but I mean, hopefully in the future, something like that will happen. But like the Nintendo Switch with the boxes and stuff like that, the pricing was really good for that, and it was a really good turnout. So I want something like that in the future. Another goal that I had was be competitive. So I think I attended as many events as I could. I went to Orlando, got top 8. All the other events were pretty close as far as top cut. I scrubbed in a couple others. It's no big deal. It's just what happens. And Nashville, that was one of the ones I scrubbed out. So I mean, it's like whatever. But when it comes down to being competitive, I do devote a lot of time to that. Just like how I do the videos. If I'm going to be competing in something, I'm going to be trying to do my best and try to either win or top that event. I want to top at least like 3 to 4 events this upcoming year. I think I'm in a good place competitively and how I play and how I understand the game. And I think I've improved only within the last year, basically. And that kind of brings me to the team itself. Obviously, Josh, you've seen him on the channel before. We have Joel, we have Manny, we have Brandon Scott, Young Badman. Of course, Rob, Legend DeRost. DeRost, is that how you say his name? Rob, you're going to have to confirm that with me. And then we have a few new additions. We have John as well as Paulo from our locals, 2 very skilled players. They've topped plenty of events before, and I'm really happy to have them on the team. I can't wait to see what happens with them and as well as the team itself to collaborate and as well as complete events. And of course, our international edition is Sandy Cater. You might have seen him from the articles that he's written about Beerus, Chile, and a couple others, and as well as he did really well in the national Euros with Janemba. He was the guy with Scuffle Time, etc., etc., right? I think him and everybody else will gel well as far as like the team chemistry. We'll hopefully have new jerseys within the next year or the next season. And if you see these guys or if you say hi, at least you can kind of differentiate who's who now because I'm on camera. But that kind of brings me to future content on the channel. So you might see the actual team on the channel doing videos or live streaming or whatever it may be. And this is so it not only creates a little bit of variety, but also I'm very community driven. I'm very like, you know, let's get together, let's do this together and create content together. And I'm not the end all be all for anything. Like you know, if someone's better than me or has a better insight on a deck or whatever, I'm going to go through that person and have them do it for the channel instead. Which brings me to the last thing, which is YouTube memberships. So I've never really asked for money or asked for like support or had a Patreon or whatever. I think this is so I can kind of support everybody else, but also support myself and the channel and as well as the team through like membership memes. So if you haven't seen like the join button at the top right, either on my channel or anybody else's channel, basically there's 3 different tiers. I'll probably make a completely separate video for this, but it will include like a shout out at the end of the video, special emojis, access to a separate Discord so you can ask me questions or ask the team questions, helping out with different things, live streaming, polls for the sponsors in order, like for example, like a weekly thing in which I'll ask which leader do you guys want. I'll build that leader and then I'll stream it or make a deck profile or a video on that as a challenge, and then we can kind of go from there. But honestly, I have a lot of ideas for that. I have a lot of ideas for just in general. And again, I'm very excited for 2020. I'm very excited just to get everything going, and I would like to grow the channel as much as possible and expand the game as much as possible. And that also includes, oh, by the way, the merch store should include the articles for free, basically, in the future, if I haven't mentioned that already. Because I think the articles should be free as far as like different decks or deck lists that I want to break down, not in a video, or any tech options or event breakdowns or anything else like that that me or anybody else on the team can write about, and then provide that to the public, basically. The only things that would be behind like a sponsor wall or paywall or whatever might be decks that we might be taking to an event and we believe that it's going to be a very strong deck, or what you need to look out for in the meta. But even that will be free after the event is going to be completed. So the way I think it should work is that, you know, if you want to put it behind a paywall, do it, but eventually it should be free knowledge. Like eventually, you know, if you're talking about an event that was 2 months ago, it's not going to be relevant to have a paywall behind it if you're just not going to do that, or if it's not relevant anymore. And I think that's why I'm leaning towards sponsorships and as well as building my own website to control that sort of thing instead of like Patreon, because now I can kind of customize it and order it and do all that other stuff instead. But that's pretty pretty much it. I think I've covered pretty much everything. My hand's getting really tired from doing this. It's, like I said, awkward as it is already to do this on the video. I keep looking at the preview camera, but I'm like, I should probably stop doing that. I'm gonna be at Daelin's. I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna go to PPT as well for Orlando. If you're watching this in the past or watching it on my channel, it's not gonna be relevant to you, but I do appreciate you taking the time not only to watch the video, but support, and really everything else. I can't express more than that. Either way, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are new, like, dislike, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.